Okay, so for like configuring the Redis into your application, first you have to define one. You have to first spin up the container of Redis. Like for the local development, I'm using Docker. Okay, so either you can just run one Docker commands, Docker run -p and define some port mapping and run the Redis container. But I prefer to go with your compose file. So I'll create one Docker compose.yaml here. So I have some content for this Docker file. Let me use the content here. Yeah, here I go. I have copied the content. Okay. So am I getting some indentation errors? Let me resolve these errors. Do I have Docker compose? Yeah, here you go. Yeah, perfect. So here we have this Docker compose. We have version, we have services like the one Redis. This is our image. We have container name. We define the port mapping 6379 and we have volumes. Okay. And we have this command. And for here, I'm just enabling the authentication in your Redis. For that, I have defined this password. Okay. You can get this password from any other instance or like wherever you want to define, or you can pass this password as a argument. Okay, but this is not a recommended way to keep your password here. Just for the local development I'm keeping my password here. Perfect. Now after that you have to install one .NET package as well to add Redis here. Okay, so I have one .NET package as well. So let me quickly add one .NET package. .NET add package, and here you go. So we have added one .NET package as well. So you can confirm in your CS Proj. So yeah, here we have our .NET package for Redis. Perfect. And now we have to define some connection strings as well. So here what I'll do, I'll define a dedicated like Redis settings, a dedicated slot for your connections. And here we have Redis connection string. Okay, and here you go with your connection string, and then I will have one instance name. Okay, I'll explain these all fields just in a moment. Just be here with me. And then I need one expire so absolute. Okay, I can give some better name here as well. So what name can I provide here? A better name. I can give it as cache absolute expire, and same way we can define here one cache slide expire. Instead of slide, let make it sliding. Okay, and here we will go with our connection string. Here we will go with the instance name, and instance name will be like your identifying your data. Like if you are working in a distributed services, then like for which service you have this data and you are using your distributed cache mechanism. So like instance name will be your prefix for setting the data. Like here we have accounts. For the accounts vertical we have this microservice. So what it will do, it will contain all the keys with the prefix accounts. Okay, so let me write here accounts underscore for the prefix. And for the connection string, what you can do, you can have this connection string here and you can define some value here. So I'll say this could be your 20 and this would be your 10. This could be vary as your application grows, or like when you this values could be changed as per your application business requirement. Okay, so how you are implementing the logic, so in that scenario you can change these values. For accessing these values, what we can do, we can create one directory here with settings, and inside here we can create, what is the section name, Redis settings dot cs. Perfect. I have to give namespace, which is your Redis playground dot settings. Perfect. And here you have to create one class which will be your Redis settings. Cool. And here again you have to define all those fields. So let me define all the fields quickly. So I have already these fields. Okay. So we have our instance name, Redis connection string. Let me cross check. Do I have all the same fields there? Perfect. I have these all fields here and same here. So now we have to inject these settings here as well. So I'll add stack exchange Redis cache, and here I will use options, and what I will do here, I'll say opt dot configuration, and here I have to pass your connection string, and I can say opt dot instance name. I have to pass one instance name here as well, and let me do proper. Okay, so now we have to pass our these Redis settings, for which I have created this entity here for configuring the Redis. Okay, so how you will configure this? So for that, what we can do, can we, oh no, can we do something like services dot, what we can do, can I configure here my Redis settings, and like here, if I'm getting my Redis settings, can I do configuration dot get section, and here I can give Redis settings. Okay, I now I have to make this scope based because we have multiple statements here. Let me take this and move here, and here at the end, what I believe, we have to return our services. Cool. Now here I need one service provider. Let me call it as service provider. So here what I will do, I will call services dot builder service provider, and I'll make here local Redis settings, and here I will call service provider dot, but here I have to, because here we have set our values as I options, and here I believe in this service we should use I options, and here I, yeah, perfect. And instead of this, now we can do ready settings dot your connection string, and here again you can do ready settings dot your instance name. Okay, so here, okay, so here I just defined or mapped my Redis settings to the I options, and with the help of I options I got them from service provider, and I just got all my Redis settings like my connection string and my instance name. So far so good. We have added our like mapped our service, mapped our service to the Redis settings, and we have mapped our service to the Redis settings, and here with the help of I options we got our Redis settings, and we just configure our Redis here. Now here what I need to do, I need to define one more file like your cache account repository dot cs, and here I will have namespace, and this will be your Redis playground dot repository. Here I will have one class which will be your cache account repository, and this will implement your I account repository. Yep. So now here what we will do, we will do some change in our existing architecture. So initially we had this. So now what we will do, will not, will remove this here, and let me, so here we will have our cache. Okay, so we will have our Redis cache here. So from this service, our request will come to your Redis cache. It will do some internal searching here. So what it will do, there will be two scenarios. Okay, find for the key based on key. Okay, अगर फाउंड डेटा मिल जाता है और या फिर नहीं मिलता, तो दो ही पॉसिबिलिटीज होंगी हमारे पास. couldn't I? Yep. ड्राइंग ज़रूरी है, ड्राइंग से क्लियर होता है अच्छे से कि कैसे वर्क फ्लो हो रहा है डेटा का. And for this as well, this will go here and this will go here. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. कितना मतलब वो नहीं लग रहा कि भाई भारी भरकम सा आर्किटेक्चर बन गया है? कुछ नहीं है। तो अब मेरी कंट्रोलर से रिक्वेस्ट आएगी, सर्विस पे आएगी, सर्विस से वो मेरी पहले रेडिस कैश के पास जाएगी। ये भी एक रेपोजिटरी है, ठीक है। लेट मी राइट हेयर। तो पहले वो यहाँ आएगी मेरे पास, चेक करेगा, अगर फाइंड फॉर दी डेटा बेस्ड उनकी, अगर डेटा मिल जाएगा तो सिंपली यहीं से रिटर्न नो फर्दर डेटाबेस कॉल्स। ओके, अगर नहीं मिलेगा तो अकाउंट रेपोजिटरी पे जाएगा। ओके, फिर वहाँ से डेटा लेकर आएगा, ब्रिंग द डेटा। ओके, क्या करेगा, ऐड टू द कैशे में ऐड करेगा और रिटर्न कर देगा यहाँ पे। बट रिटर्न कहाँ से होगा, सर्विस से होगा ना, क्योंकि वो सेट करेगा और यहीं से ही रिटर्न करेगा। Here let me remove this. We don't actually need this arrow. Add to the cache and फिर यहीं से रिटर्न कर देगा। वो लास्ट कॉल कैशे से नहीं करेगा, वो बस कैशे में सेट करेगा और जो डेटाबेस से उसने डेटा लिया वो रिटर्न कर देगा। बेसिकली डेटाबेस से डेटा यहाँ आएगा आपका रेपोजिटरी, और रेपोजिटरी से अकाउंट सर्विस पे रिटर्न हो जाएगा, विच इज़ एब्सोल्युटली फाइन। तो हमने कितना कोड किया है इसका, हमने ये देखा कि ठीक है। अब मुझे यहाँ पे रेपोजिटरी भी चाहिए मेरी, क्योंकि अगर मेरे पास डेटा नहीं मिला मुझे तो मेरे को डेटा चाहिए भी तो होगा ना। और क्या चाहिए मुझे, मुझे रेडिस का भी कुछ चाहिए। डू आई हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड कैशे और समथिंग, लेट मी चेक। सो या वी नीड वन आई distributed cache and let me call it as cache. So we will not simply throw the exception, we will make this first async. What we will do, we will check where cached data is equal to await, and what we will do, we will cache dot get async. Okay, but this will expect one argument like the key for which you want to get the data. As you can see here, it is expecting one key parameter. So this key could be based on your business, like for the accounts, transactions, or the bank account names, or the holders for what you are getting the data. So let me call it here all accounts. This will be your dynamic, but just for the sake I am doing here as a hard coded. Okay, so I'll check here if not string dot is not empty cache data, perfect. So I'll return await. So I'll simply return, but here I have to deserialize my data with the JSON serializer, because we are storing our data in a cache in a serialized format. Okay, perfect. And what it is saying, possibly not null. I checked for not null. So how it will be? What if this is empty, which means our accounts data is not in the cache? So on that case, you have to call it from database, and then you can return. No, but you cannot directly return here, First, before returning, you have to set your data into your cache. But how you will do that? So here again you have to set one key. Okay. So key could be, I can give it as all accounts. Let me quickly copy here, and here we have to, where we were like deserializing, here we have to serialize our data dot serialize accounts. Perfect. What we are doing, we defined our this cache repository, but like how we will see, like, okay, so this is for how you can define your, we have completed this. Oh, we have missed one thing here. So like if you observe in our Redis settings, we have this cache absolute expire and cache sliding expire. Okay, so what I will do, before setting, let me define some cache options, and that will be new, and it will contain like distributed cache entry options, and here you can absolute expiration relative to now, but here you need the data from your Redis settings. Can you just recall that we set our data into the I options? So couldn't I get the data from the I options because we have our connection string there and all the data? But here I need Redis settings, and I can give it a name as Redis settings, and I have to get this data. So what I can do, I can call it here as Redis settings dot value dot absolute expiration. Yep, but but I have to define here, this is expecting, if you go here, so you see it expect one time span. Okay, we have to define the time span here. So for that, what we can do, we can do time span dot from, I will keep this to minutes. Do we have minutes here? Yeah. And here I will give my date. Perfect. Here I can do have something to sliding. Yeah, sliding expiration. Same. And here I will call our cache sliding expire. Perfect. And I have these options here. So perfect. So I have to pass these options to my, not here actually. So this is my cache options. Perfect. So before just returning the accounts we got from the database, so this is just similar to your this structure account service. It will call cache repository. If not found, then it will go to your account repository, get some data, add to the cache, and return back to the account service. Get from the, if not in the cache, then we get from the database. We define some options and we just set into our cache and return the accounts. Perfect. So far, so good.